Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Days of Our Lives spoilers uncover that Xarah Horton continues to say she crunched the numbers while discussing paternity. Nonetheless, Xarah is a specialist and ought to be aware to continuously get a paternity test. With Xarah conceiving an offspring soon, will she figure out that Xander Cook Kyriakis isn't exactly the dad of her child? Continue to peruse to figure out what could occur next with Xarah. Duel spoilers uncover that Xarah laid down with both Xander and Rex Brady around the hour of her origination. Obviously, Xarah guarantees that it was half a month between the two men. Regardless, Xarah is pregnant and very near her due date. After Xarah learned she was pregnant, Rex accepted he was the dad. Notwithstanding, Xarah needed to let him know that it was unimaginable in light of the math. Rex Brady's family plan. It's a well-known fact that Rex has for a long time truly needed Xarah back. Rex made obviously he accepted Xarah committed a colossal error wedding Xander. After the pregnancy disclosure, Rex proposed to guarantee Xarah's child was all his Xander away. At that point, Xarah thought it was the best arrangement, particularly with a bid for employment in Chicago. Since Xarah has gotten back to Salem after Victor Kyriakis' passing, she has run into Xander. Obviously, Xander accepted that Xarah was conveying his youngster. At the point when Xarah guaranteed the child had a place with Rex, Xander didn't get it. Yet again, Xarah will utilize the clarification that she crunched the numbers to decide paternity. This prompted Xarah let Rex know that she acknowledges his proposition to be engaged. This will likewise make Kate Roberts Brady stress over Rex. Kate fears that Rex is simply positioning himself to get a wrecked heart once more. Child clinical emergency? Days of Our Lives spoilers for the 7-day stretch of August 28 uncover that Xarah is raced to the trauma center. It seems like Xarah could start giving birth. Nonetheless, that could imply that Xarah's child is conceived too soon. That could prompt a clinical emergency for the kid. To save her youngster's life, Xarah could need to consent to a paternity test. All things considered, there can be no wiggle room when an infant's life remains in a critical state. Math error. However, imagine a scenario where Xarah is off base about the child's paternity. How frequently have cleanser characters guaranteed they crunched the numbers and knew paternity when they were off base? How frequently has a child's clinical emergency uncovered a paternity switch or mystery? Odds are Xarah could have lied such an extremely long time for no great explanation. Is it conceivable that Xarah's child is really Rex's and not Xander's? That, however, we're almost certain is only the start. For example, we know Theresa's returning, apparently with Tate close by to express farewell to incredible granddad. What's more, we realize that Louise Sorrell is making her large Vivian return on September 8. We can hardly comprehend poor Maggie will have her hands full with that lady. Hell, a portion of individuals returning will undoubtedly make Maggie's life hopeless, particularly on the off chance that they make a play for all that we're certain the late Kyriakis patriarch makes certain to pass on to his dearest spouse. Discussing whom? While we don't have affirmation yet that Precious Stone Chapel will coming to town as Carly, it would be tremendously insane in the event that Days of Our Lives doesn't bring her back for the memorial service. We're certain we'll see Mikkel there, and in the event that the spouse Victor nonchalantly pushed through a window is appearing, Carly can't be the main wife to pass up a major opportunity. Besides, the show just referenced Carly by name on the previous episode, and that is quite often an obvious bring sign back. However, when the von Leishner advocate informed Kristen that Carly and sibling Frankie don't have a lot of revenue in the Dimitri show since the two of them surrendered the cash a long time prior, it messed up the possibility that she'd get back to swipe the cash for herself. Yet, inside basically a similar breath, it gave us one more justification behind Carly's return. Nowadays, obviously, Carly is a movie chief. What's more, assuming there's one thing Salem is overflowing with, its potential film subjects. Hell, Victor's life alone would make for an entrancing narrative, and Carly would be the ideal one to make it. What's more, just to make things a piece better, Carly could collaborate with one more maturing movie producer in Salem, lastly put him to work other than bum in and out of town, and bounce from bombed triangle to bombed triangle. Johnny. We realize he doesn't need to work, since he has all the DiMera family cash. However, come on, as of now. Johnny must have something to do, and the main time he was keen on the family organization was when Satan was behind the directing wheel. His total absence of bearing has been an issue for a little while now. So Carly would be the ideal chance for him to hop once again into filmmaking and occupy him from channel. It's anything but an inevitable end product that Johnny would miss out to Talia, yet the kid's batting normal isn't great as of now. It would be reasonable in the event that he just chose to surrender and continue on with somebody less confounded, regardless of whether channel wasn't exactly as finished with him. Perhaps now is the ideal time to find somebody more experienced, more full-grown, who can say for sure what she needs right now throughout everyday life. Somebody with whom he shares interests. Somebody like Carly. We definitely realized Johnny couldn't care less about an age distinction with regards to a door. And keeping in mind that we can't see EJ being excited, basically Carly would be less hazardous than Ava. Besides, he may very well track down a partner in his child's new love to assist them with expelling Dimitri from the DiMera fortification. Carly may not be scrambling for that family fortune, yet her children are certainly still qualified. So why not blend in a little grieving, a hint of filmmaking, a smidgen of sentiment, and an entire stirring heap of making Dimitri's life hopeless? Days of Our Lives spoilers propose that since Kristen DiMera has full authority of Rachel Dark, she would rather not share it. Will Kristen attempt to remove Brady Dark totally of Rachel's life? Days of Our Lives spoilers uncover that Kristen could do without to share, and that incorporates her girl. Brady has had authority of Rachel for a very long time, and wouldn't take Rachel to jail to see her. After Kristen got let out of jail, Brady actually didn't have any desire to bring her around on the grounds that he accepts that Kristen is a terrible effect on Rachel. Tragically, Brady permitted Kristen to drive him excessively far, and he lost Rachel. Notwithstanding, Philip Kyriakis is going to get back to Salem getting up part-free from the proof that Kristen utilized against Brady. Will Brady figure out how to get a parents with Rachel since Philip has turned up perfectly healthy? Kristen DiMera could attempt to pay off Philip Kyriakis. Kristen could attempt to get Philip to agree with her and say that Brady attempted to kill him. Kristen might try and venture to such an extreme as to say that Brady went after him after he returned to town. In all actuality, Philip has forever been desirous of Brady, and he can't handle Brady. Philip would have been fine on the off chance that Brady had gone to jail for killing him. Nonetheless, Chloe path isn't an issue among Philip and Brady, since she has continued on from Brady. Philip needn't bother with Brady good and gone at this point. Will Brady and Philip consent to allow past events to be former and continue on with their own personal business like grown-ups? Could these two surrender their adolescent way of behaving and express farewell to Victor with deference? Will Kristen DiMera at last figure out how to share? Will Kristen really keep out of mischief and figure out how to impart Rachel to her dad? Since Brady just has regulated appearance, it isn't like he can take off with Rachel someplace. Notwithstanding, that doesn't imply that Kristen couldn't get her together and be headed toward parts obscure at a subsequent notification. Brady pondered taking off with Rachel, however, will Kristen make it happen? Nobody could get it past Kristen to take off around the world and not let Brady know where their girl is. Kristen has done this previously and would surely not be above doing it once more. Will Kristen attempt to take Rachel and pass on to get Brady far from her? Will Rachel become weary of this present circumstance and request to see her dad more? Make certain to get up to speed with everything occurring with DOL at the present time. Return here frequently for quite a long time of our live spoilers, news, and updates. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, So please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.